Is that folk music that you play there? What is that? How do you call that folk music?
I think it was Studs Terkel who asked Big Bill Broonzy, did he consider his blues music to be folk music? And Big Bill says, well, never heard no horses.
Don't hesitate. It could be your ticket to a new tomorrow.
Swing that girl, McIntyre, swing by, I'll swing by. Wait upon the morning, give my hand a roll, sorry, how much you'll say, you ought to come aboard. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, ding ding, ding ding dong, ding dong, ding. That little Luna sat to rest, got to get on gonna rest.
All right, all right, all right. The show is Horses Sing None of It. My name is Ralph Litwin, and with us tonight are a trio based in Brooklyn, the Dustbusters,
Howdy.
which is Craig on fiddle, Eli guitar, and Walker banjo. And they switch instruments a lot.
Try and keep it so changing, you know, get a variety of material and instruments and sounds.
So where's that first tune come from?
That's an old square dance tune. I guess we get it from the playing of Burnett and Rutherford, a Kentucky banjo fiddle duo recorded in the 20s and 30s. And they do a nice version of it. They get that ding dong ding dong ding 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 on the recording there. It's definitely old timey.
It's a good tune.
Yeah, we like all the old music that was recorded back before World War II and going back historically all the way, hundreds of years back to the early frontier days of this country and back to the old country, Africa and the British Isles and other places.
So how does three young fellas like you get interested in that old music?
A lot of bad decisions.
Yeah, our lives ruined.
I met Walker in college, and he was into it. I was studying music, jazz and classical and folk music, and sort of he was playing me some old banjo players from the mountains, Roscoe Holcomb and Hobart Smith, and it really caught my eye. And they kind of heard it in the city, and I think we all heard it on compilations and different media.
I heard it growing up in Greenwich Village, and I knew there'd been a folk music thing going on there in the 60s and 50s and whenever, but it wasn't much going on when I was growing up in the 90s. But it really caught my ear when I heard the old records, and slowly started meeting some of the old folks that are around from that era still, and catching up with the music.
Yeah, me and Eli met through a guy named Peter Stamfel, the Holy Modal Rounders.
Yeah, I know Peter. He was a guest on the show
Oh,
a
great.
couple years ago.
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, we play with him now in a band called Peter Stamfel and the Ether Frolic Mob. And we actually have an album coming out this spring, and sort of just mess around in New York a bunch.
Cool.
But
Quite a guy.
the three of us hooked up sort of at Peter Stamfel's house, you know. That's where we first played together a couple of years ago.
He taught us how to freak out and, and get paid for it. Not much, but
Good. Well, what else would you like to play for us?
I think we got Going Across the Sea for You is the next tune, which Eli's going to play the harmonica and sing. He kind of adapted a couple songs. We like to find a few different versions of old tunes and come up with our own, you know. In the old days, it's sort of people just put everything together and made a song out of it, took some verses from here and from there. Now a lot of people in this, in the scene are kind of really worried about playing this person's version note for note and, getting that, and did you know about this, and that's not right, We like to kind of just find our own way of playing it and do something new that's still old,
Cool.
So here goes, Going Across the Sea.
All right.
Thank you.
Sounding real fine, boys. Sounds real good. So you've
Yeah.
been doing some touring.
Yep, yeah, that tune was actually kind of, I want to say, one of the big hits of our last tour. We toured Bulgaria and Ireland at the end of the summer. We got a deal through the U.S. Embassy over there, playing some folk festivals, which a bunch of dance groups and bands from everywhere from Turkey to Hungary and France and Bosnia. And then before that, we were on the West Coast playing a couple festivals, on the Northwest in particular. And before that, we were in Kentucky and Ohio, and we got a bunch of things coming up. It's great. We were really excited to get around and meet all the folks playing this music around the country and around the world.
Wearing holes in those walking shoes.
Yep. That's for sure. Those driving shoes.
Yeah, airports, the Dustbusters tackle airport security.
Yeah.
Always fun.
Usually they tackle us, but we decided to try and turn the tables and go preemptive on them.
Yeah.
That's an interesting combination of countries, Bulgaria and
Yeah.
Ireland.
Well, they brought us over to Bulgaria, and we just figured while we're over there, we might as well play somewhere else. And we all kind of love Ireland and this music. You know, a lot of it comes from back there in some shape or form. So it was great to play it for them there. They really liked it, and we're actually going back and playing the Bluegrass Festival this summer, and we hope to spend a lot of time there in the future.
Great.
Yeah.
What else you got for us, boys?
Well, I guess we'll slow it down and have Walker sing you a waltz. This one is called Waltz of the Roses, and has a nice little intro that you might remember from Cowboy Waltz. So check it out.
Start it up.
It's all around your water tank, waiting for a dream, thinking about those good old days, and I hope they'll come again. Pocketbook is empty, mind is full of pain. All around your water tank, waiting for a dream. I asked the crew of brakemen, give me to that girl. They said if you have got some money, I'll get you to New York. Pity me, I'm poor. I'll get out the brakeman sled and lock that boxcar door. Oh, when I went to Danville town, stuck on a Danville girl. You bet your life she's out of sight. She wore that Danville curl. Just as soon the train pulled out, I bid that girl adieu. It's all around your water tank, waiting for a dream.
All right. What was the source of that song?
Comes from Prince Albert Hunt,
Prince Albert Hunt.
a
Yeah,
Texas fiddler.
Texas.
But that song is it's a mashup of a tune that's, I guess, known as the Cowboy Waltz, that one of the only fiddle tunes that Woody Guthrie recorded. And then it's kind of like Jimmy Rogers Waiting for a Train too.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah, I heard that mixed in there.
Yeah. So it's just one. There's
It's all
one big
song.
folk song, which is many slices.
And Danville Girl mixed in.
Right,
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
Gotta get them all in there.
Mashup.
Cool. Well, folks should can find out more information about you at your website,
Yep,
which is
dustbustersmusic.com. And we got lots of videos on MySpace, YouTube, and all that jazz, and Facebook. We're gonna start tweeting soon. Stepping into the 21st century.
you've
from
got
the
one
15th.
recording out already.
Yeah, we've got our first album, the self-titled Dustbusters album, and then we've got one coming out with John Cohen in the winter or spring, hopefully, and one with Peter Stamfel and John Cohen, and then we'll have our own album coming out in the summer or so with Frank Fairfield playing a little bit on it, and perhaps some other special guests. We like to play with other people too.
The Dustbusters family.
Yeah.
It's growing.
Cool. What else would you like to play for us? I see you're set up for something.
Yeah, I guess we'll break out the old banjo, or banjolin, as it were, or wasn't?
Banjo, mandolin, banjo, mandolin, banjo, mandolin. Banjo, mandolin.
Somewhere in there is the tune. Yeah, this is one we get from Ed Haley, a blind fiddler from Kentucky, who's named, it's called Catlettsburg, which is a town over there, and somewhere in, I think, eastern Kentucky, eastern West Virginia, Kentucky area. It's in America. The real America, I should know, not this New York. Anyways, here goes Catlettsburg. It's a good old tune. Here we go.
saw the heck out of that fiddle.
Yeah, we had fun, you know. Gotta earn a living somehow, so might as well work for it. If you can call that working.
Playing and working at the same time.
Yeah, it's a good thing. Definitely real thankful to be able to live in New York and play folk music and survive.
We play a lot. We play around the city a lot, and we're touring more and more these days. We're often to be found at the Jalopy Theater. The Jalopy Theater and School of Music, it's kind of modeled on the early days of the Old Town School of Folk Music in Chicago, but it's a venue and as well as a music school. Craig and I teach there. I teach banjo, he teaches fiddle. And they have shows almost every night. We're often to be found there. So that's really the center for folk music in New York City these days.
Yeah, especially Wednesday nights, Jalopy.
That's the free folk music night, and everybody should come down on Wednesdays for the Roots and Ruckus show. It's a real good time.
Also, you do a web radio broadcast?
Yeah, I do. It's called Down Home Radio, downhomeradioshow.com. And, you know, I do interviews like this, occasionally on film, actually. We have a little Down Home TV thing that's going on, but it's mostly a radio show, but there's also, I post up old out-of-print LPs that people might enjoy on there, and I make my own field recordings of people that I find around the country as we're touring around that I like. So there's a wealth of information on Down Home Radio.
Sounds great.
You can look that up.
Yeah.
What else would you like to play for us?
I guess we gotta sing you some sort of ballad, you know. So.
Well, if you have to.
We have to.
It was in the contract.
Yeah.
Ballad
Contract with God. Folk music God. Well, anyway, so this one's
Covenant.
This is when it's an old Civil War song about two soldiers that
that died in the Civil War.
Yeah. If you live, you don't really, well, I guess if you do something really good, you can get a song written after you. But generally you have to die to make it into an old time song. Die or kill somebody, preferably your lover. So anyways, here it is. This is the two soldiers, who are also known as Blue-Eyed Boston Boy. And, yep, here we go.
It was just a blue-eyed Boston boy. His voice was low with pain. I'll do your bidding, comrade mine, if I ride back again. But if you ride back and I am gone, you'll do as much for me. My mother, you know, must hear the news, so ride to her tenderly. She's sitting at home like a waiting saint, her fawn face pale with woe. Her heart will be broken when I am gone. I'll see her soon, I know. Just then the order came to charge. For an instant, hand touched hand. He answered, I, and on they rode, that brave and devoted man. Oh, straight was the course to the top of the hill, in the rambles with shot and shell. Bob hurls of death in the toiling ranks and guarded them as they fell. There soon came a horrible night, and yo, from heights they could not get. And those whom death and doom had spared rode slowly back again. Woo!
Very nice. Well, we just have time to say thanks for coming and plug your website one more time, dustbustersmusic.com.
That's right.
And we got a little jam session to take it out with.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
We can play you guys one from the Carter Brothers and Son, which is a great old group that plays a bunch of freewheeling old time, which is the way we like it. So this one's called Old Joe Bone. It's actually about a jawbone, but it's called Old Joe Bone. And we're happy to have Ralph join us on harmonica for this one. And Walker's going to pick up the fiddle, so he'll be in a double fiddle crazy time formation. All right. If you ain't right, get right. If you can't get right, act right. Now get up and let's go.